Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back. In this video guys, we're going to discuss what is pointers and how we can use pointers inside our C program. Okay, so if you're excited guys, please make sure to watch the full video. We're gonna be learning a lot in this particular video and in the succeeding videos about pointers. So basically, pointers in C are easy and fun to learn. So there are some C programming tasks that are performed more easily with pointers, and there are other also tasks such as dynamic memory allocation cannot be performed without using pointers. So it becomes necessary to learn pointers to become a perfect C programmer. So if you want to be like almost perfect C programmer, so it is necessary for us to learn pointers. Okay, and let's start learning them in simple and easy steps. So as you know, every variable is a memory location, and every memory location has its own address defined, which can be accessed using the ampersand symbol. So I think we already used this particular symbol before in our previous tutorials, but we're going to, tackle deeper what is this particular symbol and how we can use this in, um, working with pointers. And it is, denoting an address in memory, meaning the ampersand. And for example, we're going to define here or create a program that could um, showcase the capability of this operator and the basic access to or basic access to the pointer address. So for example, we have a variable int var1, and then we have char var2, which is the length, for example, is 10. So basically, guys, as I've said, these variables has location or has a specific location in our memory, and every memory location has its own address. So in order for us to verify that, we could try to print the address or memory address of these variables. So we're going to use printf function, and then in here we're going to say address of var1 is percent %x. So this is the format specifier when we're trying to display the address of the variable. So %x, and then we're going to specify a new line here, and then comma, and then of course we need to use the ampersand symbol, and of course the name of our variables, if for example the var1. So the address of var1 colon and then %x, the format specifier, and then of course specifying ampersand and the name of our variable 1. And we could do also the same for the second one or second variable var2. So %x, and then this will be var2. So this is basically, guys, trying to test if this particular variables has, we will just display the address of this variable. Okay, so before we run our program, let's change first this because I have forgot to type number 1, because this is supposing that this particular variable has the length of 10. Okay, so that's char var2, and then open and close square brackets, and then 10. Okay, so let's try to build and run our program, and as you can see, it's going to display the address of var1 is 61 fe1c, and the second one will be fe12. So that's basically the address of the variables var1 and the var2. So a pointer variable is a variable whose value is the address of another variable. Okay, so for example, direct access of the memory location. Now, like any variable or constant, you must declare a pointer before using it to store variable address. So the typical, or the general form of pointer variable declaration is just like this. We need to specify the type, and then the asterisk or star symbol, or asterisk in other terms, and then of course the variable name. So that's how to declare a pointer variable. So again, we need to specify the type, and then asterisk symbol, and then the variable name. So here, the type is the pointer's base type, okay? And it must be a valid C data type, and of course, the variable name, or the var name, is the name of the pointer variable. And as you can see, guys, this particular symbol, asterisk symbol, is sometimes used to declare or used for multiplication process or multiplication operation, right? But in this particular case, it is being used as to declare a pointer variable, okay? Now, in order for us to declare um, pointer variable based on this particular declaration form, so we could say something like int, and then percent, or I mean the asterisk symbol, and then the name of our variable. So this will be um, pointer pointer to an integer, okay? And then we have, for example, double, and then the asterisk symbol dp, and this is basically the pointer to a double. We also have like float, and then fp, this will be obviously pointer to a float, and another thing, ch, and then this will be pointer obviously to a character. So the actual data type of the value of all pointers is, a long hexadecimal number that represents the memory address. So whether we declare it as int, we declare it as double, we declare it as float or character, so it's going to return a long hexadecimal number that represents the memory address. Now, the only difference between pointers of different data type or data types is the data type of the variable or constant that a pointer points to. So for example, this particular variable points to this variable 1, then it's going to be a bit different because we are referencing to an int variable. So let me show you that how you can use pointers. We could remove this lines, okay? Int var1, we could assign a value to this like 20, and then this will be the actual variable declaration. So this particular variable has the value 20, and then we could declare a pointer variable, so int and then asterisk ip. So this is pointer variable declaration. So you get to see the difference between this declaration. The pointer variable uses the symbol asterisk, okay? And then, of course, in order for us to store the address of the variable 1 into the pointer variable IP, we could use IP variable equals the ampersand symbol, and of course the var. Okay, so basically, guys, we're just passing the memory address of this particular variable 1 into the pointer variable IP. Okay, so for example, we could print the address of our var1. So printf address of var1, we could use percent x as the format specifier, and then backslash n for new line, and then um, use the ampersand symbol and then var1. So let's try to declare, or I mean display first the address of the var1, and then we could also do the same, print the address or the value of the pointer variable IP. So the value of IP, and then percent x backslash n, and then the variable IP. So let's try this, clean and build our program, and it should, display the same hexadecimal value. So address of var1 is 61FE14, and then the value of IP is, 61FE14. So basically, we're just trying to display, or I mean store the memory address of var1 into the pointer variable IP. Okay, and of course, if you want to access the value using a pointer, we could try to modify our program to access the value, using the pointer variable. So printf, and then value of pointer variable IP. So for example, percent d backslash n, and then asterisk IP. So basically, we're just trying to access the value of this particular pointer variable. So let's try this, clean and build our program. And as you can see here, we have the address of var1 61FE14, and the value of the pointer variable, or I mean the address of IP, or the pointer variable IP 61FE14. And also here we could say that the value of this is 20, which is also the same with our variable 1. So that's how easy for us to use the pointers inside our C program. So thank you for watching, guys, and see you in the next video.